Okay, let's do it. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. For you guys who don't know the vibes but will know by the end of the video, my name is Oluwatobiloba and I specialize in lifestyle, college, and travel content. We talking college. I'm about to go into my 4th year of college, so you know I gotta spill the tea. So welcome to my little prep course, college prep. Today we're actually gonna talk about classes because I think that's the most fundamental. Before we get into it, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for the lovely comment. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's break it down. In college, you are really the navigator of your college schedule. Yes, you have advisors, but we've all heard of things like, oh, don't trust your advisor, da, 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 da. My advisors were amazing, but ultimately, I'm paying for my degree, so I should know what I need to do to get that degree. So for my school, and I can only specifically talk about my school, so I definitely recommend that you see if your school has something similar. So 2 gems that really helped me was DegreeWorks and VCU Bulletin, which is basically our plan to study. When we look at DegreeWorks basically told me, okay, like, you need this requirement, you can fulfill it through this, you need this credits to fulfill this requirement. And it also told me my GPA, and it told me my majors and my minors, and there was a way for me to plan out what I wanted my personal schedule to look like in this little, like, template area. Wow, for the plan to study, it goes into specifics of, like, what classes are requirement for your major, the credits, details of what those classes look like, your electives, and if your school is amazing, it will tell you a little mock-up of, like, ideally you want to take these classes in this order because, like, topics or just the flow of things. So those 2 are going to be your gems, but let's talk a little bit more on how that applies to you scheduling your classes. One thing that was the best advice when I was scheduling my classes is do not lean on the ideal version of yourself. Do not. If you've never really woken up, or you were never really liked waking up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, nothing's really going to hold you back when you come to college. So the first thing I did, I started taking 8 in the morning classes because that's my only availability. No, stuck with 9, 30, 10, and that made me the most productive. So I would say if you have the opportunity, definitely see other people in your major or upperclassmen, and they'll tell you what those classes tend to look like format-wise. If not, you can look into your portal and look at previous semesters, look at those courses. They tend to be the same. So that's something that's good for prepping to visualize what your classes are going to look like. But once again, we're going to utilize these 2 resources like I told you about to do your classes. You should map out the times, and you have the opportunity to do, like, bare minimum, or you can do, like, max out. Our max is like 21 credits. So my freshman year, I took 12 credits. Actually, correct me, 15 credits. That was a chill semester, and I don't regret taking that, but I felt really bored, low-key, so I upped it to 18 spring semester, and I was packed, but I felt better. And it really depends on how much credits you bring into it, the type of, like, workload of your major, and then also, like, what is required of it. But your credits, something that's a false narrative is that your credits equals the amount of work. That tends to actually not happen. But there's kind of a trend because it's like when you get into your senior year, you tend to have, like, 6 credits or, like, 5 credit classes and stuff like that. But you should basically have your classes mapped out based on who you are as a person. So if you're going to take in the morning class, you need to actually factor in you waking up, you getting out the dorm, you walking to the dorm, walking to the place. Like, there's way more factors than how we were in high school or middle school. So factor that in to your transportation time. So, like, for my class to start at 8 in the morning, I had to wake up around 6:30 and I had to leave the house at 7:30. That was just how I did it. So keep that in mind and think of those gems that would be beneficial for mapping out classes. But let's go a tad bit deeper. We're going to look at the overall structure of your classes. So for me, this is kind of a mock-up of what my class looked like the fall semester, and this is what I look like kind of spring semester, and you can kind of see the change. Once again, you should take a sit-down assessment. Who are you and what is the type of lifestyle you want in college? So for me, I work better with everything just happening at the same time, and then not same time, but everything's happening back to back to back to back, and then I can relax. That's just how I processed it. So my classes tend to be on the same days, and I tend to have like kind of a chill kind of structure or chill block for me to do schoolwork, work, go to class, go to clubs, go to work, so many other factors which you have more in college than compared to like probably you in high school. So think of those factors. And I do want to also preface, I'm gonna let you know now, low-key your freshman year, you don't really have as much choice a little bit. And when I say that, you have choice of electives, but sometimes depending on if you're going straight into your major, or if you're going straight into just gen eds, you might only have this one class that only happens at this one time, and you're just going to have to move things around. So that's why I say it's very beneficial to look at those previous like semesters and see what those class trends were, because that predicts and helps you plan out other things so that you don't have to end up being that senior who just can't take their required class because of like class conflicts. Like that's the worst thing that can happen. And thank God those gems have really helped me with that way. But that comes with the course scheduling, and Google Calendar was my girl. Like I told you, like snapped with that, did Canvas with that. But that's really all the details when it comes to just course scheduling. I can tell you a little bit more about what you need to bring to class. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions, comment it down below. If you want more ideas, of course, there's gonna be another series to this. I hope you guys liked it. Also, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so we have all new videos, as well as check out my socials because, you know, a lot more happens over there. Anyways, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. I really hope it's helpful. I really want to give you guys my knowledge now going as a senior in college. But yeah, I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.